Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Here we go. If we look at the hourly time frame for Bitcoin, the price went up only slightly with around 1.0% in the last 24 hours, with a current price of $7,459. Looking at the hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is above all of the simple moving averages, which looks bullish, and you should watch if the closest SMA, the 200 SMA, could remain stable or the price will dip below it, with the current price of around $7,454. Pointedly, the current price is above the 200 SMA, which is perceived as a strong support. Nevertheless, if there were to be downward dip, it will signal a possible big move down. However, the shorter time frames are not very accurate, and the bigger time intervals like the daily should also be considered for longer price development. Jumping to the hourly exponential moving averages, the current price is above the hourly ribbon, which is generally bullish, and the ribbon could play as a support, so it is to watch if the price could bounce off it. The current price to watch is around 7,393. However, the ribbon is compressed, which means the current trend is not very strong and a trend change could be expected. Generally, when the price moves sideways, the ribbon gets less accurate. Moving to the hourly relative strength index, the current hourly RSI is at 58, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. Searching for divergence in the hourly timeframe, no divergence was found that could play a role for the future price at this timeframe, because the last one was long ago. Looking at the hourly stochastic RSI, both the %K and %D lines are located in the higher region. This means that the price is high due to overbuying, and a change in the trend, or at least some kind of consolidation, can be expected. Nevertheless, the K line has yet to cross the D line, so it's recommended that you wait and see if the trend does in fact go down. The stochastic RSI shows similar to the RSI overbought and oversold conditions, but moves quicker up and down to improve sensitivity and generate a greater number of signals. It consists of two lines, the %K and %D lines. The %D line is a moving average of the %K line, so it moves slower. Cross points between the two lines could show a trend change. Jumping to the hourly MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. Looking at the MACD histogram, we can see that the momentum is strong at the moment, and we can expect the price to continue growing, or maybe at least remaining the same for some time. The moving average convergence divergence, or short MACD, uses two moving averages, usually the 12-period and the 26-period moving average, subtracted from each other to create a single line, the MACD line. Usually, a second line, the 9-period EMA, is used as a signal line. You should keep an eye out for these two lines crossing, which will indicate a trend change and trigger a signal to buy or sell in the respective direction. Jumping to the 3-hourly simple moving averages, at the moment, the price is between the 50 and the 200 SMA. If the price bounces off the 50 SMA, which is currently at 7,382, it could be seen as a support, and the 200 SMA, that is at 7,811, could be perceived as a resistance to the upside. If there were to be a break either way, it means that there could be a continuous move in that direction. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it to the upside will signal a potential big move up. However, the shorter time frames are not very accurate, and the bigger time intervals like the daily should also be considered for longer price development. Moving to the 3-hourly exponential moving averages, the current price went above the 3-hourly ribbon, so you should watch out for the price dipping back below the ribbon, or if it will play as a support to the downside, which is currently at around 7,402. Jumping to the 3-hourly relative strength index, the current 3-hourly RSI is at 56, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. The relative strength index is a momentum indicator that measures the internal strength of the price moves. The RSI is a bounded indicator and moves between 0 and 100. Typically, when the RSI is above 70, the price is considered overbought, and a pullback or consolidation could be expected. On the other hand, if the RSI is currently below 30, the price is assumed oversold. On the lookout for divergences in the 3-hourly timeframe, no divergence was found that could play a role for the future price at this timeframe, because the last one was long ago. There are two types of divergences, bearish or negative divergence and a bullish or positive divergence. Bearish divergence is when the price is making a higher high while at the same time the indicator is making a lower high. This shows that the buyers are exhausted and a trend change could be expected soon. The same logic applies to the bullish divergence, where the price makes a lower low, but the indicator is making a higher low, showing that the sellers are exhausted. Looking at the 3-hourly stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but because the %K line is over the %D line, we can deduce that the trend is currently on the up. Jumping to the 3-hourly MACD, seeing as the MACD line is above the signal line, meaning that the trend is currently on the up. As we can see from the MACD histogram, the momentum is indecisive at this moment. This means that we can expect for the price to remain the same for some time and you should wait and for the MACD line to cross the signal line. This will mean it's bearish. The moving average convergence divergence, or short MACD, uses two moving averages, usually the 12-period and the 26-period moving average subtracted from each other to create a single line, the MACD line. Another line is used as a signal line, which is usually the 9-period EMA. You should watch for crossing between these two lines for a trend change, respectively a trigger for buy and sell signals. There is also a histogram often to the MACD indicator, which shows the current strength of the trend. Moving to the daily simple moving averages, the current price is below all simple moving averages for this time interval, which looks bearish, and it is to watch if the closest SMA, the 20 SMA, will play as resistance or the price will break it to the upside above the current price of around 7,623. Moving to the daily exponential moving averages, the price at the moment is situated below the daily ribbon, which is habitually bearish, and the ribbon can act as a resistance, so you should keep an eye on if the price will break it or bounce of it. The current price to watch is around 8,206. The ribbon is relatively spread out, so the resistance should be considered. The exponential moving average is calculated similarly to the simple moving average, but places a greater weight and significance on the most recent data points. This means that the EMA moves quicker to the current direction of the price and could signal faster a trend change. The ribbon we are showing is composed of 8 different EMAs that together show more accurate the current trend. Looking at the daily relative strength index, the current daily RSI is at 42, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. Looking for divergence in the daily timeframe, no divergence was found that could play a role for the future price at this timeframe, because the last one was long ago. Jumping to the daily stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but because the %K line is over the %D line, we can deduce that the trend is currently on the up. Looking at the daily MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. The MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently strong and it could be expected the price to go further to the upside. Thanks for watching, but you should know that trading with cryptocurrencies is very risky, and these videos are only an overview of what happens with the price and a pure technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. So you should read more and make your own investing decisions. See you.